Today on MC Tour Ohio, we're going to be talking about the July 2020 firmware update for the Honda Goldwing 2018 Plus. This update's a pretty big one. It includes Android Auto, it includes an audio equalizer adjustment, some new Navi automatic volume adjustments, a 4-color display. There were lots of complaints on the forums that the display was very difficult to see. A new ETA function that's been long asked for on the GPS, kind of tell you how long till I get there. This update's also going to show the new speed limit symbols. As you can see here, I'm running 25 miles an hour in my garage. And some Chinese and Korean character displays on music titles. I don't have any Chinese or Korean music to sample on this. So we won't necessarily go over that one, but that's kind of the first update that I wanted to share with you is the speed limit indicator. This is definitely something that was not on the previous updates. As you can see, I'm kind of in night mode here, but the speed limit indicator is shown on the heads-up display. You do not have to have a route entered into the system. It shows speed at all time. To me, this is a very, very nice addition. It's always nice to know what the speed limit is in the area you're going so you can kind of validate, are you on track or are you going a little too fast? So the second update that I'm going to show you is in the audio settings area. And this is for the sound setting, which is the same place where the bass, treble, bass boost are, fader, etc. They've added these audio auto volume increases for the speaker and for the headsets, both for Navi and for the audio system itself. What this does is as the engine noise gets louder, it increases the volume in the headset or to the speakers. It does add a pretty significant change to the audio quality, I think you'll find. The next setting is the second equalizer, or the new equalizer settings. This is in a bizarre location, in my opinion. This is not under audio settings where you might think it is. It's actually under vehicle settings. So you go to vehicle settings, you'll scroll down through, and then you have EQ1 or EQ2. Best I've been able to read, EQ1 is for a 4-speaker setup like you might have on the Goldwing Tour. EQ2 is for a 2-speaker setup that you might have on the plain Goldwing. So that's the main difference in those particular settings. Okay, the next setting that we're going to show you, and I'm going to kind of show you a little trick. I'm an iPhone user, and I've been using the CarPlay feature for some time. Android users, you're going to have the same limitations that we have with the iPhone. You're going to have a helmet. You're going to have to make sure that your headsets, your Bluetooth headsets, are synced to the motorcycle first, and that has to happen or CarPlay or Android Auto won't work. So I'm going to get my helmet and I'll kind of show you the steps to get Android Auto working as you would expect. Us iPhone users have been dealing with this since the 2018 came out. Okay, so the first thing, I have a Shoei SRL2. I think that's what it is. It's basically built into the helmet. I've already synchronized my Bluetooth to the motorcycle, okay? But the order of operations is very, very important here. So when I turn on, I've obviously got the motorcycle on, but I don't have my iPhone or my Android phone plugged into the device yet. So the first thing we've got to do is I've turned on my helmet. I've confirmed, or I will confirm, that it's synchronized, as you can see here by the 1 and the headset. It's synchronized to the motorcycle. If that's not done, guys, CarPlay or Android Auto will not work. That must be done first. And you want to make sure that you've given it enough time that everything is synchronized. Okay, the next thing, it does not work via Bluetooth. So a lot of people don't realize that they can't use the Bluetooth option for CarPlay or for Android Auto. So that's true for both. So we have to use a cable. So, as I said, I'm not an Android user, so I'm borrowing my son's Android phone. He is an Android user. Again, you don't need a cable quite that long, but for demonstration purposes, I think it'll do the trick. The shorter the cable, the better. So I've plugged in essentially a compatible Android to USB, or it's USB-C to USB-A. I'm going to borrow my son's Android phone, okay? And I'm going to plug in the Android phone to the bike. Now, as you can see, as soon as I plug it in, it says, do I want to enable Android Auto for this device? It's very important to basically say, always enable. So now the next time you plug in the device, you can get the information. Okay? Now, I have to do a bunch of setup on the phone. So as you can see on the phone, it basically says, what do you want to do with Android Auto? Well, the important thing here is keep clicking continue. Obviously, you want to read your privacy settings, but keep clicking through. Continue, continue. Do not say no thanks, because that will stop the activity. Again, Google Assistant, I'm going to go ahead and say continue. And Android Auto is now connected. So as you can see, Android Auto pops up, and it's obviously it says battery saver might impair some things. Now, my son has Spotify and some of the other things on here. I'm going to use the toggle wheel here, but it's looking at Google Maps. And what I want to flip over to is the main screen, because for some reason it defaults to the Google Maps first. And what I'm trying to get to essentially is the little power button down here in the corner. And I keep hitting the toggle bar. Eventually I'll get there. Oh, maybe it's this one. So the way you get there, and again, it's kind of weird, to get out of Google Maps, you use the return, and that'll take you down to the little power button. When you click the power button and enter, oops. Now it takes you to the main screen for Android Auto. And again, any Android Auto applications that you have on your phone, not all of them are Android Auto ready. You'll be able to toggle through, and as you can see, he's got Spotify, his telephone, obviously, calendar, news. We'll keep going through. NHL, that's if you like NHL. Plex, that's kind of interesting. Plex is a system that allows you to stream videos and things like that. Plex also has audio services, so if you have a Plex server at home, you can stream your Plex audio to the device. Reminders, settings, obviously, Waze, weather, and things of that nature. So just for giggles, I'm going to choose the weather option. That's something we definitely don't have on the iPhone, and let's see what we get. So it does not give you a weather map. It simply gives you the audio forecast in your headset. So that is an interesting thing, and I'm sure they do that for safety reasons. I do have to say I like the Honda GPS because it's the only place I can actually get weather to show up on the actual map, and that's with SiriusXM Weather. So the next thing, again, Spotify or any of the other media services that you might have, we're going to bring up Spotify on the Android Auto. And again, I don't want to play the music, but essentially you can see here it's playing some Spotify channels from Android Auto. Again, it plays through the headset. Join to the bike, you must have a headset. You cannot do this through the car speakers. I take that back. As long as you have a headset with a microphone plugged in, you can switch the audio back over to the speakers, but the requirement is that you have to have the microphone to basically do voice control. There's a button on the handlebar here that is used for the voice control. On the iPhone, it brings up Siri. On the Google Android device, it should bring up the Google Assistant. And it does. So in the headset, the Google Assistant's prompted. I obviously don't have my headset on, but I could ask it a question. I could ask it what the weather was and get the answer, or ask it for directions. That's been the most helpful feature that I've had. Is it obviously when you want to be hands-free on a motorcycle, and being able to ask the motorcycle to say, give me directions to this place or that place, or find the next nearest fuel is via voice, is just a wonderful, wonderful option. One other little tidbit that I will give you is do not synchronize your phone anymore to your comm unit in your motorcycle helmet. Only synchronize your helmet to the motorcycle, and only plug in your phone via the USB cable. You will get a much, much better feature. Don't try to use Bluetooth to the motorcycle because you will get limited functionality. You will not get full Android Auto. So those are the things that I can recommend for you. So that's the update for the July 2020 update for firmware for the Honda Goldwing 2018 Plus. It's a very, very nice addition. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on MC Tour Ohio.